And greetings from the Alpine guy out here in Idaho. Nice day. It's going to get up to about 103 a little later, and right now it's about 85. I'm going to show you a couple of things that you can carry with you that might save your bacon there if you have a problem while you're out on the road. If one of these hydraulic lines swells up right here at the swedge point, which is typically where they'll fail, and it blows or it starts to leak. If you're out someplace and there's no hydraulic shop around, no repair place, you can find yourself pretty much stranded if you can't operate your front landing gear and your mid and rear landing gear along with your hydraulic slides. And what I carry with me is I carry what's called a field replaceable JIC37 fitting. And basically this is the portion that sticks up inside the hose, and then this portion screws down over that coupling, and it makes a swaged like JIC37 fitting that will get you by temporarily if you have a blown hose. So in other words, if I had a hose that was blown right here or swelled up and leaking, there's more than enough free play in this hose. There's probably 5 feet of extra hose tucked up underneath your belly. And so what I would do is I would take this fitting off, of course supporting the fifth wheel either with a couple of jacks or have it hooked up to the tow truck, or excuse me, darn train going by. I'd have it hooked up to my truck hitch to support it. And then let's say this return line blew or was leaking right at this fitting. It was leaking somewhere in here. So I'd just take this fitting off and I would come up to however far I needed to go to get a good clean section of hose, and then I would use a box cutter knife. You want a real sharp knife, a razor blade knife, something like that. A pocket knife's not going to work. And then cut this hose so that you've got a nice square cut all the way across. Then you put this piece over the hose and you screw this down over the outside of the hose, and then this piece here, and you can see this is a JIC37 female fitting, and so it would go right on the end here, here, and replace this bad swedge line fitting. And then what this does is this screws down like so and goes down inside the hose, and then you now have a complete fitting. It's not swedged on, it's screwed on. That's why it's called field repair. And that will get you by until you can get somewhere and get a new hose made. Now I have tested one of these hoses. I made a hose up, a short one, about 4 feet long, and put 2 of these field repair fittings on it. And I ran it for 2 trips, and I had no issues with it. But I just wanted to see, how reliable it would be. You could also, if you had a break somewhere in the middle of a hose, you could use 2 of these and then a male-to-male union and couple the 2 JIC fittings together, and you could repair your hose that way. I also carry 2 JIC37 caps. One is the male, you can see right here, and the other is the female. And if I can get the camera to focus, you can see the threads on the inside. So I could cap this cylinder off right here if I needed to, or I could cap off this hydraulic line if I needed to. If let's say this cylinder blew and I still wanted to be able to run the system, I could do that.